Good morning, students. Today's topic, which I also discussed yesterday, was immunity. So we have to deal with immunity further. Yesterday I told you that immunity is the capability of the body to fight with infections or to fight with different pathogens. Okay, the immunity is based, as you see in the text also, that it is mainly of two types: innate immunity and acquired immunity. Innate immunity, yesterday I told you about the whole innate immunity, that it is present from the time of birth and it depends on different barriers, that is the physical barriers, the physiological barriers, the cellular barriers, the cytokine barriers, etc., which I already told you yesterday. So today we have to deal with the acquired immunity. Acquired immunity is just opposite of the innate immunity, and it is not present from the time of birth, but it is developed in the individual's life. Okay, it is not present, it is not inherited from our parents. So in other words, we can say that it is pathogen specific. For example, generally you heard from your parents or grandparents that if you suffer from any disease such as chicken pox, etc., then you will not suffer from that disease in your lifetime again. What is the reason behind this? Again, there is a biological reason behind this, and that depends on the acquired immunity. That is, first time when the pathogen enter in your body, the body does not recognize it. Okay, but the second time the body has a immunity against that pathogen, because it can recognize that pathogen and develops antibody against it. So this is also known as memory. That is, acquired immunity is based on memory, as you see in the first point. Then the pathogen for the first time respond, the first time when the pathogen respond is the primary response, that the body cannot recognize the pathogen first time. Okay, but the second time our body can recognize it, and the body has a memory, means it can memorize the pathogen, that either it is a bacterial, it is a viral, it is a fungal, or any type of a pathogen the encounter to it. And this is the immune response, that, and this is brought about with the help of lymphocytes. You learned in 11th standard that lymphocytes are mainly responsible in bringing about our immune response. And here in acquired immunity, there is two types of lymphocytes involved, and these are T lymphocytes and B lymphocytes. Now, what is B? Here indicates what is this. B stands for, B stands for bone marrow. Okay, that is a part of our body. And T lymphocytes stand for thymus. I told you, or I will tell you in the further sections, that what it generally indicates. Okay, here you only know that B lymphocytes or B cells, which produce army of proteins that against the pathogen, which you all know is known as antibodies. The T lymphocytes are the T cells which does not do anything, but it helps the B cells to produce antibodies. Okay, so T lymphocytes itself cannot do anything, but it assists B cells to produce antibodies. Now, the acquired immunity is again subdivided into two types of immunity, that is humoral immunity or humoral immune response, which is also known as antibody mediated response. Okay, antibody mediated immunity. This antibody mediated immunity is present in the blood and lymph, while the second one is cell mediated immune response or cell mediated immunity. It is mediated by T lymphocytes. Okay, And you know that if there is a burn case, or if there is any severe case in which grafting is necessary for the patient, then it is very difficult for the doctors to graft the part of a skin from another organism to the patient. Why is it so? Because the our skin cannot recognize that as a self. Okay, the skin identified that part of the other patient as a non-self. Okay, this is also known as cell mediated immunity. So our body only recognize our own thing. Anything which come from outside, it recognize as non-foreign. Okay, that's why the graft is rejected of the other human beings. Now, what are antibodies? Antibodies are immunoglobulin molecules generally made up of proteins. These are of 5 types. What are they? IgA, IgM, as you see in the text, IgE, IgG, and IgD. Okay, now as far as the structure is concerned, it consists, the each antibody molecule consists of 4 polypeptide chain or peptide chain. Peptide is a protein, you learn in biomolecules in 11th standard. 2 small called light chains and 2 longer called heavy chains. Hence the antibody is represented as HA. Okay, heavy chain and light chain. The antibody is just like a Y-shaped structure, you see in the diagram also. Okay, and there is an antigen binding site where the antigen means the pathogen bind to it. There is a disulfide bond in by which the 2 heavy chains or the light chains are attached. Have you seen 2 heavy chains and 2 light chains? So this is a simple structure. Now the acquired immunity is of 2 types, that is active immunity and passive immunity. Okay, the active immunity develops due to the contact with pathogen or antigen. When an organism come in contact with a pathogen or its or an antigen, then that type of antibody is known as active immunity. While the immunity in which the ready-made antibodies are injected into the body, okay, the antibodies are injected into our body, is known as passive immunity. For example, there is a injection for tetanus, there is an injection for diphtheria, etc., etc. Okay, this is passive immunity. But for the fetus or a newly born baby, the antibodies come from the mother milk, breast milk. Okay, I hope this much is clear.